Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the FDF Raceshop dual caliper bracket for the S chassis. This one is for the dual 300ZX calipers in the back. Decided to go with this one instead of either the GK Tech or the Maverick Motorsports one because this one was advertised as a full bolt-on one and that fits the OEM rotor. The Maverick Motorsport ones requires you to upgrade to Cobra rotors in the back. That I didn't want to do. And the GK Tech one looks fucking ugly because the calipers are side by side, so nobody wants that. I wanted the ones that go across from each other just because it looks better, preferences. But other than that, the kit came with 4 bolts, 2 that are extended, 1 and the other 2 that are shorter, and a rotor spacer. It also came with 2 little it also came with 4 smaller washers for one of the calipers, one of the mounting points on the calipers for the calipers. So I'll show you that. I'll show you everything once it's mocked up and take you through what I did. Okay, so with everything mocked up, this is how we're looking. You can see this is the rotor spacer, and you have the dual caliper bracket sandwiched in between the hub and the knuckle itself. It is a fairly thick bracket, so depending on what your suspension axle specs are, you might need axle spacers. For mine, I don't, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, this is how it's sitting. From the looks of it, on this side, you can already see this is the side we're gonna need to do some grinding on the actual knuckle itself. I only needed to do a little bit on the other one. I'm not gonna show you that yet until it's finished, but because I'll show you in the process of this one. But as you can see, bolts are not gonna go through for this side on the caliper. Either on this side, not even going through. So they're stuck. We need to do some grinding to make it fit. As far as the other side, this FDF Raceshop, they made this bracket to perfectly align with the OEM brackets, which is awesome because something like GK Tech, you have to cut off the OEM ones. It's pretty cool that they did this because I honestly don't feel comfortable cutting into my knuckles, nor I don't even want to do that. So what's the point if I can just buy this one? It's pretty cool that they did this. So, and they also included longer bolts. Mine, they forgot to include the spacers that go in between their bracket and the OEM brackets. So I'll just have to stack some washers right in between, like right there. Other than that, it's pretty nice. Again, preference, I like it to go side by side. GK Tech is fucking ugly. I don't know why they wanted to do side by side, but it is what it is. What the hell was that? So we'll get it situated. I'll show you what I need to grind down. I'll put everything on, mock it up, and then show you how it looks. So we got everything grinded down. I'm gonna show you the knuckle. Here's the knuckle off. Let me take this bolt off. So with the knuckle off, you can see we have a flat spot here, and we have another flat spot up here. I tried to do it. I didn't try to grind it down as much just because, you know, I don't like grinding shit down. So, oh, fuck. Motherfucker. I hope I got that on camera. Brake fluid just fucking went everywhere. Piece of shit caliper. Okay. So, oh, fuck. I got a little bit of brake fluid in my eye. Fuck. Okay. Whatever. So, we grinded it down. As you can see, we got a lot more clearance. And all I need is a little bit, just so I have a little bit of rotation play when it comes to centering the bracket to the hub. Here also, let's see if you can kind of see it. Down there, see? Plenty of space. Now, the only thing I'm doing with this setup, because I am that fucking lazy, is I'm going to pre-tighten the caliper to the bracket and bolt everything together, which means come to replace brake pads or something like that, I'm not going to be able to replace the brake pads without taking off the whole hub. Now, I know it doesn't sound like a fucking smart idea, because to be honest, it isn't, but I don't want to grind that shit down. I am too fucking lazy, and I don't want to sit there with the grinder and do it. I already did it to that one, so with that being said, if I want to ever replace anything, the whole fucking hub has to come off. So that's that. So keep in mind, if you're gonna do it the other way, you're obviously gonna have to grind out a lot more to have full bolt clearance. And especially on this one, you basically gotta fucking grind out a huge chunk or run super small bolts. That's probably the other downside to this bracket that I've noticed is, especially on this bolt hole, you're not going to be able to really take this fucking bolt off without grinding a fuck ton, just because it literally sits right under this main arm, and there's really no other way to do it unless you grind so much just so the bolt can slip and pop off. I'm not going to do that. Fuck that. That's hella work. But I still like it because it looks fucking sick. So let's do that. Okay, so everything is done. We got both mocked up. This is how it looks. With it straight up, you can kind of see they're kind of upright, kind of sit a little high. They look fucking cool. I like the way it looks. This was the FDF Raceshop dual caliper bracket. The last things you should always check is always check clearance with the rotor. You can look just down in there that it's clearing both. Nothing's hitting the rotor, and we're all good. As you can see, for some people, depending on your wheel specs and I guess what other things you have going on with your knuckles, you might need extended studs. I'm running a spacer, so I just need enough to get this shit tightened. I kind of am short on stud, but fuck it. We're gonna see what we can do. Got this one bolted up so you can kind of see at an angle that I kind of am missing a lot of stud in these like fucking bolts, in these open-ended bolts. But honestly, it looks fucking sick. I don't care. I'm about to rip this shit. We'll see how it goes. Other than that, FDF, what the fuck, bro? Shut up. Other than that, we got the FDF Raceshop dual caliper bracket. So there it is. Deuces.